the show. I am your host, Suzanne Monk, host of the one and only live Periscope cast, all about Trump news, Trump Talk US. Welcome to the show, you guys. Tonight is the first night of the convention in Cleveland, Ohio, and I wanted to get you caught up on the day's doings. First, let's talk about the good things, and we'll talk about the crazy things after that. Jeff Sessions, Willie Robertson, Scott Baio, Michael Flynn, Joni Ernst. These are all people who spoke today. I have seen the Giuliani speech, parts of the Jeff Sessions speech. Giuliani's speech was absolutely fantastic. Very pro-law enforcement, very supportive of our men and women in blue across the country. It was an excellent speech, very strong on defense, on national security, and on global security, frankly, and in dealing with radical Islamic terrorism. Excellent speech. Additionally, David, his wife, was the keynote speaker. She was fantastic. You should see her. Go watch her and don't bother me. How about that? I'm going to give everybody else the news. So, absolutely fantastic speeches. Absolutely, totally amazing. As far as if you get a chance to catch the Giuliani speech, I'm still catching up on the other speeches. Now, as far as I wanted to talk a little bit about what's going on in and outside of the convention. There's been a lot of talk because they're going to be open carry. Black Panthers have said they're going to come and bring their open carry, and of course, many of the Trump supporters are bringing their open carry weapons. Everything's been calm so far. Everyone was freaking out, saying that John Kasich should temporarily suspend the Second Amendment, which is entirely unconstitutional and illegal, and therefore not going to happen. And nothing has happened so far. Everything's pretty calm. There's been some protest, but there has certainly been a great deal of support by the Bikers for Trump, not just, we'll talk about that. Not just, he didn't ever say that Mexicans he said that there are people who are coming here who are those things. And that's a fact. I mean, you actually just have to look. No, he didn't say most either. You should listen to what the man says. In fact, you should be listening to the speeches because the speeches are go listen to what the man actually says. That's what's unfortunate about most people, which is why I share the news here, is what actually is said is not what the news is reporting. You guys take a little tiny bit of the spin. And in fact, that's why so many people are out there supporting him, because the media has misinformed a great deal of people and created a huge amount of danger. It's the same thing they're doing with the police departments and misinforming the public about various incidences with the police that are riling them up as if there's some sort of crazy race war going on when there's not. So, if you want to continue to instigate the violence, that's really up to you. But in fact, you should probably listen to what the man has actually said. His actual words, and not the media spin that Joy Behar and Anderson Cooper and whoever else. It's absolutely ridiculous. So, obviously, they are not doing a temporary Second Amendment ban. That is crazy. When you hear that, just calm down, everybody. There's no point to freaking out about that. However, here's the thing. John Kasich will not be attending the convention. And for those of you who chime in and have little negative things to say, let me just tell you, if you haven't seen this show before, what I do is I might talk to you, but then I'm just going to keep delivering the news because other people are here to actually learn and participate in the campaign and the electoral process. So when I've answered your question, I'm done. He will not be attending the convention. There has been some hubbubaloo that, in fact, the reason being is that he, like Ted Cruz, might be trying to look towards a 2020 campaign, hoping that Hillary Clinton wins. They're literally undermining their own party and hoping Hillary wins. This is me covering your words because I don't care. Okay. So, don't worry about that. Kasich not attending. It really, again, it is just some Never Trump bitterness, much like some of the non-supporters who refuse to listen to anything other than their media tools. Let's talk a little bit about the Cruz delegate situation. Just like Kasich being completely irrelevant, it's just an embarrassment to Ohio and his own campaign, his own career more than anything. not to show up at the Republican convention if you are a Republican, but who knows? Maybe he wants to be one of those switch back and forth kind of guys. So he might decide to do that. My theory is that they weren't serving any food at the convention. So, okay, that was a joke. Let's move on. Cruz delegates tried to call a roll call today, a state-by-state roll call vote. Failed, and they tried to call a roll call vote on the selection of the rules. So it wouldn't have helped at all because Donald Trump has enough delegates to supersede any of their attempts. But in fact, it did create some hubbubaloo on the floor and some tension, some yelling. Some of the Colorado delegates apparently walked out at some point. But in fact, all of that hubbubaloo was quashed. So the last vestige of the Never Trump movement slowly dying. There are members that say they will, in fact, walk out on Trump's speech. They will try a few more of these calling for procedural complications. They might try that a little bit more. They just don't have the votes. Frankly, you guys, I told you that. I said that weeks ago, not to panic about that because they don't have the votes, and they don't. And what I have said has come to pass. Wow, isn't that great? So let's talk a little bit about who is coming up this week. I told you guys I will. I'm going to talk about Melania last this time. So coming up Tuesday, Dana White, Paul Ryan, Chris Christie, Tiffany Trump, Donald Trump Jr., Ben Carson. Those are all going to be the speakers tomorrow. I think Ben Carson will be the last speaker. Donald Trump Jr. will be probably the keynote. And like Melania tonight, fantastic speech. Wednesday, Scott Walker, Marco Rubio, Ted Cruz. Some people say Ted Cruz might not come and speak. I think he's going to speak, you guys. He's going to want to get his little voice in and the media coverage, especially if he's trying to run some like 2020 scheme, right? Why would he give up free press coverage? No one would. Also, Eric Trump and Newt Gingrich will be there to speak. That's going to be a very interesting speech. On Thursday, obviously Mike Pence will be speaking. Ivanka will be introducing her father. So that's going to be really exciting. You do not want to miss that on Thursday. Obviously, most of America will be watching that. Hopefully, all of the people who say Donald Trump says crazy racist thing all the time, crazy racist things, will actually turn on a television and watch a full speech instead of just the little snippets that they play on CNN. I know they won't, but I can hope. That's what America's about. So let's talk about my Trump reason of the day. And I'm going to start off by just telling you that Melania gave a fantastic speech. She is everything we can appreciate and want for a first lady. As a first lady, you are really the lead spokeswoman for America. And boy, we could not hire a better candidate. She is fantastic. She speaks 5 languages. Absolutely stunning and graceful. And her speech tonight, an excellent example of what grace and class is. I'm just memorizing your name so I can block you later. So, if you get a chance to go out online, find the speech, absolutely do. If for no reason, she is adorable. Her dress is fantastic, but her speech, clearly a love of America that, one, I have found immigrants have, people who have legally immigrated to this country have such a love and respect and understanding for the freedoms and liberties that we have here. And you can see this in Melania's speech. And one of the things that she said about her husband, Donald Trump, that was very impressive to me was that he is very loyal. He's a very loyal individual to his family, to his friends, to his workers, to his business partners, and of course, most importantly, to his country. And when Melania Trump said that, I felt and I knew in my heart that for the first time in a long time, there was a candidate who I genuinely believed that about. That I genuinely believed was loyal to America and loved America. And I could say presidents on both sides of the aisle I have seen and we have known, and they They do not. I cannot guarantee to you that they love America, and are loyal to America. But Donald Trump, yes. Yes, yes, yes. So that's my Trump reason of the day. Absolutely 100%. And while we're at it, I had to, because just one of the most, she just did such a wonderful job. And to have somebody of this class with such skills and language who can represent America, I had to give Melania my Trump hottie of the day. So here she is in her beautiful dress. And it's an absolutely classy, fantastic speech. She's an absolute wonderful representative for our country. Loves this country immensely. And I was very proud to have her there as speaker, and I would be absolutely just thrilled to have her as First Lady. So you guys should check that speech out. Great, great stuff. So, coming up, like I said, tomorrow, Dana White, Tiffany Trump, Donald Trump Jr., Ben Carson, Chris Christie, Paul Ryan, all going to be on the schedule. The Trumps and Ben Carson will be in prime time towards the evening. So turn on Fox or any other news station. Frankly, they're all going to be playing that stuff. Wednesday, Eric Trump, Newt, Ted Cruz, Marco Rubio, and of course, Ivanka will be introducing her father on Thursday. So I will keep you posted on any of the hubbubaloo, the Cruzbots, and all those people start. I really think it's taming down, you guys, and we're going to go forward with a great convention and move forward to beat Hillary Clinton in the fall. Absolutely, 100%. You can find me at the Trumpetarian on Twitter. That's where you can harass me politely. That's where you are welcome. You should come here and harass me here. This is where I am welcome to talk with you. Or you can send me an email. We can email like it was 1995. We can email argue. But that might be better. You can catch all my back shows, www.trumptalk.us. You might learn a few things if you watch those. And that is our show for today. We will, of course, have convention coverage tomorrow and the rest of the week. And until then, from me and Little Trumpy, keep on trumping. Let's all work to make America great again. At least until tomorrow. See you guys. Have a great night.